Well, hello, and welcome to this week's Madison Challenge video blog, where we bring the best of the local, healthiest information that we can find in the area. So, this week, we're going to find out about how reading is important. As you've seen on our website and on part of the Madison Challenge, you can earn a lot of points just from reading. Here with me today is one of the most popular people in town that I think a lot of us have known, and it's none other than Jane Ash, who's the children's librarian. She has been a librarian in town for the past 12 years and has about 20 years of experience in library. So where else to go for information on reading than our local librarian? So Miss Jane, how do you think reading impacts our chances at success in life?
Well, reading is one of the major ways you can have a successful life, not only because reading for enjoyment helps you relax, but also it can help you on the job with your vocabulary, with your comprehension skills, as well as helping to be able to be a problem solver. Reading can do all of those things.
So then, do you have any tips on how to get more reading into your life?
Well, you can read many different ways. For children on the computer, there are programs where you can read a book on the computer.
Very cool.
There are also, you can use audio tapes and CDs to listen while you're walking, combining not only reading but also walking. And you can also read during your lunch period. You could turn off the TV and read during that time. You could read the newspaper to get your news.
Okay. So if somebody wanted to get news, they could watch TV or they could read it either online or anything like that.
That's correct.
So by getting more reading into it, they might be able to read the news rather than watch or listen to the news.
That's right. Reading is a much more active activity than watching it on television. That's passive. When you're actually reading, your brain chemicals and in your mind are more stimulated.
Right, and I read some of the stats you sent over to me, which were intriguing, that, even for children that found 15 minutes a day to read, that they would find themselves being exposed to 1 million different words.
This is correct, and the more words you have in your vocabulary, the better reader you are, but also the better you're able to communicate with people.
Right. I mean, some of the statistics are staggering. They even use levels of reading and the amount of that people read to the lowering of the crime rate in some areas.
That's right. Strong readers don't tend to be in prison.
Miss Jane, what kind of things does the library do to interact with the community?
Well, there are many, and I'm really glad you asked that question because there's so many things that people are unaware of that the library does. For one thing, your public library card can be used in any town in the state of Connecticut, any other public library. You can request books from any public library in the state. You can return your books to any public library in the state. And that alone is a wonderful service because if you're vacationing somewhere else in the state, you can use that library or request things from other libraries. Our interlibrary in Clara gets books for 53 book clubs in Madison.
53 book clubs.
53 book clubs.
And you're telling me that each of these book clubs, they actually read the book?
They actually read
the book. They do. Wow.
Yes, and they need multiple copies. So you can imagine how many books this means that Clara is getting from other libraries, because obviously we don't have one book in that many copies. We also have children book clubs, and our next one is going to be the Book Voyagers book club, which is based on fantasy. And the first meeting will be January 18th.
January 18th, right.
Mm-hmm.
So how could somebody find out more about the programs that the library has?
Oh, you can go onto our webpage and go onto the Children's Room webpage.
Which is, what's the website?
www.scrantonlibrary.org.
Okay.
And you can go onto the calendar and it will have the children's programs, the adult programs, and the teen programs.
Right.
Because the library does offer programming for all age groups, starting from infants all the way through senior citizens.
Now, I heard that these programs at the library are very expensive.
Oh, not at all. They are free. First come, first served, and they are all free.
Wow.
The Friends of the Scranton Library are very generous with the children's department. Because a program is free to the public doesn't mean that it's free to the library.
Right.
And so we purchase programs from entertainers, have different people come in, and there is a charge for that. And the Friends of the Scranton Library, when they do their book sale in August, the money they raise, they put towards the programming.
Great.
Another new thing that we just started is welcoming baby kits. And what that is for any newborn in Madison, their mom or dad can come into the library and we will give them a kit which has a board book, a bib that says babies and books, and some information about early literacy.
So I understand that the library is once again contributing a program to the Madison Challenge. Can you explain that?
Yes, we actually have 3 different book challenges. We have the Youth Madison Book Challenge, the Teen Madison Book Challenge, and the Adult Madison Book Challenge. And if you go onto each of those web pages, on the front page, there'll be a place where it says Madison Challenge.
Is that the Scranton Library
Scranton
website?
Library,
So
right.
same one as before?
Same one as before. The other 2, you'll have to go up to the top and click either on Kids or Teens, and it'll bring up that web page.
Okay.
And what you'll do is scroll down, go to where it says Madison Challenge, click on that, and it'll go right into the program. And what you'll need to sign up is you'll have to have a library card.
Yep.
And you'll have to have 4 digits for a telephone number. That's all you need to sign up. Then once you sign up, you're able to, after January 30th, you're able to enter your reading. You can enter in what books you've read. You can also enter in the amount of time that you spent reading. For every 70 minutes that you spend reading weekly, you can enter a raffle. The first 2 raffles are for wiping your card clean of any fines.
Oh, okay. Get out of jail free card.
Get out of jail free card.
Okay.
And the second prize after that is you can choose a book up to $25. And again, for each age level. So there will be a raffle for the adults, the
Excellent.
teens, and the children.
Great.
After that, it's a DVD or a CD.
Wonderful.
And after that, it's a choice of a cookbook. And then after that, it's a tote bag.
Great.
And then R.J. Julia gift certificates. And finally, the grand prize is an e-Nook reader. And that'll be the last raffle prize. And
Are you
there'll be-
telling me that each category between the kids, the teens, and the adults, you're giving away a Nook reader for each one of those?
Yes, exactly. And that's, again, all through the generosity of the Friends of the Scranton
That's
Library.
fantastic. And
It
just for
is.
using your library and
Using
getting
your-
earning points for the Madison Challenge.
That's right. So it's
That's
a
wonderful.
win-win all the way around.
Fantastic. So, Ms. Jane, would you do us the honor of giving these Madison Challenge participants their weekly extra credit points that they can earn for this week?
Well, you get 5 points, extra credit points in the Madison Challenge for owning a library card. If you don't have a library card, please come to the Scranton Library with proof of residency and you can get a card. For children, for children up to age 12, they do have to have a parent signature as well. Other than that, that's how you get your card. And then you get 5 points for every book that you put into our webpage on the special Madison Challenge book club that we have set up. You'll get an additional 5 points for each book in the challenge.
This week only.
This week only.
This week of the video blog only.
Yes,
So,
this week of the video blog
great.
only.
I'd like to thank Ms. Jane for coming, and thank you so much for getting us all reading. Thank you so much.